Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll discuss one of the most important technologies in big data, Hadoop. Hadoop is often considered the starting point for big data technologies. But before we get into its working process, architecture, and components, it's important to understand why Hadoop was created. Why was Hadoop needed? Back in the early 2000s, data was growing rapidly. Emails, search queries, online transactions, images, and more. Traditional databases and systems were struggling because they could not store such huge amounts of data. Processing was slow and required expensive hardware. Scaling up meant buying bigger machines, which was costly. So, the world needed a new way to store and process big data efficiently. How did Hadoop begin? What's its history? The story of Hadoop actually starts with Google. Google published research papers on two key technologies: Google File System, a way to store very large files across multiple machines, and MapReduce, a programming model to process massive data in parallel. Inspired by these ideas, in 2005-2007, Hadoop was developed as an open-source project by Doug Cutting and his team. Originally, Hadoop was part of a project called Nutch, a search engine project. Later, Hadoop became its own framework. In 2008, Hadoop became a top-level project at the Apache Software Foundation. Companies like Yahoo, Facebook, LinkedIn adopted Hadoop. This was a turning point because now even smaller organizations could use Hadoop to manage massive data without relying on expensive systems. What is Hadoop? Why is it so famous? Hadoop is an open-source framework written in Java, designed to store and process huge amounts of data efficiently. The key idea behind Hadoop is distributed computing. Instead of using one super powerful computer, Hadoop splits the work across many normal machines called nodes. These nodes work together in parallel, making processing faster and more reliable. If one machine fails, Hadoop can automatically recover the data and continue processing. That's why Hadoop became so popular. It is cost-effective, scalable, reliable, and fault-tolerant. What are the key components of Hadoop? Hadoop has four main components: HDFS, MapReduce, Yarn, and Hadoop Common. HDFS, Hadoop Distributed File System, stores huge datasets by splitting them into blocks and distributing them across machines. It provides data replication so data is safe if a machine fails. MapReduce, the original processing engine. Map splits work into smaller tasks, Reduce combines results. Example, counting words across thousands of documents. Yarn, yet another resource negotiator, manages cluster resources and decides which machine should do which task. Hadoop Common, a set of shared libraries and utilities that support the other components. Hadoop solved three major problems: scalability, can handle petabytes by adding machines; cost-effectiveness, runs on commodity hardware; fault tolerance, system continues if a node fails. This is why Hadoop became the foundation for many big data tools like Hive, Pig, HBase, and Spark. In my next video, I'll explain each component with examples and diagrams. If this helped, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.